Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I hope all of y'all have had a fantastic Sunday night, especially watching some football, I hope. I know I was watching the Ravens-Patriots game. It's going my way so far, so that's very exciting. But let's get into the weather broadcast. I have an exciting broadcast and start to the headlines that I know all of y'all would love to hear. So let's get right into it. We have a white Monday ahead, but that's going to be pretty much in the form of cloud cover. Definitely not looking for any snow chances for Christmas week or for Christmas in general. This is going to be the only white we're going to see either in the sky or looking on the radar with that cloud cover. But, I mean, it gives us something to look forward to and get our hopes up for. But we also are talking about those isolated showers. Still putting that in quotation marks because showers just doesn't feel like the right word for these. Could some of these maybe kind of be on the heftier side and be some rain showers? Absolutely, but really unimpactful rain chances making their way into North Mississippi tomorrow and kind of lingering around pretty much all day long at the start of our work week going into Tuesday. But then we're going to see drier and a warm holiday week to follow. Warm holiday conditions for the rest of our holiday week going into Christmas. We're going to be talking about highs in the mid-70s for Christmas here in North Mississippi, so definitely above average. But for those of you that don't really like the cold as much, doesn't like me, doesn't really bother me too much. But I know that is not what we want to see right now for our current conditions. But taking a look at those current conditions across North Mississippi, still, I mean, above average for this time of year. We're talking about 10 o'clock right now on December 21st. Talk about 60 degrees out there in Greenwood and Belzona, but for the majority of us, pretty much upper 40s all across North Mississippi, low 50s, 50 out there in Houston and Vernon. So still, I mean, we're talking about these above average conditions pretty much all day and all night long, and that's going to continue into the week ahead of us. But take a look at the first 12. We can kind of see when those rain chances are going to start to make its way into North Mississippi. We're starting off with temperatures around 43 degrees by 11 o'clock, seeing those mostly clear skies above us, starting to transition into partly cloudy, then into mostly cloudy and pretty much overcast skies. There's your white Monday, pretty much just cloud cover. Then those rain chances start making their way into the forecast 8 o'clock and pretty much sticking around 10%. Not going to be very consistent throughout the day. It's not a line moving on through, just kind of pop-up bubbles making its way across North Mississippi. So 10% pretty much for the remainder of your Monday and just kind of that annoying perseverance of rainfall across our viewing area. But for right now, we're seeing those dry conditions. That rain has not quite made it to North Mississippi. We're seeing those dry conditions all across our state, even south of us. Not much to look at or analyze, and that is a good thing as we get ready for the Christmas week ahead. But let's take a look at what's kind of causing this temperature or current weather conditions across North Mississippi. There's a high pressure system up to our northeast, but notice it's kind of moving to the right, and that's what's allowing these rain chances to come from the south. It's not typically something you would see here in North Mississippi. We're usually used to that rain kind of coming from the west, crossing the river and moving towards the east. But the high pressure system, I always talk about that clockwise spin. Well, it's doing that clockwise spin, making that come out of the south. And that's why we're going to see our rain chances move in from that direction going into our Monday and pretty much lasting all day long. So let's visualize that here on Futurecast. We can see those mostly clear conditions right now happening across North Mississippi around 10 o'clock. But as we continue into the evening overnight period, we're going to see that cloud cover. It's going to eventually start building in more and more, kind of blanket us as we prepare for those AM hours. Then there are those rain chances kind of moving in from the south just across North Mississippi, but very light in nature. I mean, the lightest part of our scale, not confident with these rain chances at all, not going to be very heavy. Maybe a few darker greens. I mean, if we want to zoom in just a little bit to see what we're talking about, this I would call a rain shower. Maybe out there just outside of Boonville, Blythe's Chapel, that could be a good kind of confidence, but I mean, we're talking about these light greens all across North Mississippi. Is this going to happen Monday at 1 o'clock over Darden? No, but it's giving us a chance and opportunity to kind of pinpoint where we could see this. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, these rain chances being very sporadic and isolated in nature. Not really confident on them, but you could see a few pop-up showers or sprinkles as you go about your Monday tomorrow as we get ready for the holiday week. But the next 24 kind of shows that constant rainfall kind of just moving across North Mississippi. We're starting off our Monday morning, temperatures around 44 degrees. Enjoy them. That will be the coolest they are this week before this above average warming trend continues. Starting off with those overcast skies, keeping that trend pretty much consistent throughout the rest of your day with that rainfall as well. Upper 50s, low 60s for your high in the afternoon before cooling off. And we're still talking about mid 50s by the time we get towards that 10 o'clock broadcast time. And still, we'll probably talk about some rain sprinkles and showers moving on through North Mississippi. Might have a little bit more to analyze and track on our radar as well. But coming up in the next 60 seconds, I want to track out those rain chances going into the overnight period tonight. what that looks like for your Monday and even into your Tuesday as well, making sure you are prepared as we get closer towards Christmas Eve and Christmas. All that's coming up in 1 minute.
When choosing a dentist for our family, Tupelo Smiles was the answer for us. They greet us with warm smiles right when we walk in the door, and they make us feel so welcome. We love Tupelo Smiles.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, thanks for sticking here with us at Mississippi Live Weather at 10. Taking a look at those current conditions out here in Tupelo. Feels like 49, or not feels like, it is 49 degrees outside. Feels like 46, so there's some good news. We're feeling a little bit cooler than what those temperatures are reading outdoors, so hopefully we can try to keep that trend going into the week ahead, but unfortunately that's not really going to be the story. But still, beautiful conditions outdoors right now, especially if you have any last minute plans before going to bed. It's going to be a beautiful night tonight as we get ready for our Monday ahead. We can see that right here with Futurecast. Pretty much mostly clear conditions across, especially the northern half of North Mississippi, but that cloud cover is going to start to build in as we continue into the overnight period ahead, especially by the time we reach 4, 5, 6 o'clock, starting to see that cloud cover move in from the south. We saw mostly clear conditions almost all night long, but this is the story. That cloud cover is going to start building in from the south, and with that, bringing in some rain chances as well. I mean, this model still trying to do its best to give a chance of rainfall. That's the story as we go about the rest of our Monday. You'll see that in just a second. But those low temperatures, remember what I said earlier, enjoy these because this will be the lowest our temperatures will be for the remainder of the week. So I might have to get up early just to enjoy a brisk morning if we can consider that brisk, but that above average trend will continue into a warming trend as we continue into the holiday week ahead. And we'll talk about highs in the mid 70s for Christmas. So let's enjoy these lows. I mean, upper 30s, 39 out there in Corinth. That is the place to be for tomorrow morning. So definitely going to be a good start to the holiday week and before all that warmer weather starts making its way here. But Futurecast, I mean, still doing its best to try to give us something to look at, but still, this is going to be very unimpactful, very weak in nature, just some sprinkles making their way through North Mississippi. This is Monday morning going towards lunchtime, and then you can kind of see where most of those rain chances are, kind of along Highway 45 here in North Mississippi, especially to the east, affecting those in Amory and Lowndes County just outside of Columbus. But going into the evening or later afternoon hours as well, these rain changes kind of just don't quit. Just kind of keep trying to come into North Mississippi, try to give everybody a chance to see a sprinkle or two. That's why you have that 10%, maybe 20% throughout the rest of your day, not really seeing anything impactful throughout your Monday. But those high temperatures, definitely above average for this time of year. And unfortunately, continue to enjoy these as well because it gets warmer from here. Low 60s all across North Mississippi, 57 in Red Bay, Iuka, and Boonville, 60 Tupelo and Amory, 63 Water Valley, Clarksdale, 64 Cleveland, and 68 in Greenville and Belzona. So definitely, I mean, on the cusp of those low 70s. Good thing is those feels like values dropping you just a little bit, dropping you 2 degrees. So there's a good trend. Noticing that we're going to drop just a little bit, not going to feel warm, humid, or muggy outdoors. Just going to be feeling those above average temperatures as we get started with our Monday ahead. This is where normally I would put in the school day forecast, but we're on Christmas break. So let's enjoy it, go outside and enjoy different activities. That's why I put in the fishing forecast because not an expert fisherman, but maybe above average conditions will help in December. So who knows? Here's your planner. Pretty much a cloudy day ahead, so hopefully that helps as well. East to southeast wind transitioning to southeast as well. 45 is your temperature by 7 o'clock, warming on up towards the low 50s by 9, and then seeing mid 50s by 11 o'clock. That's kind of your morning shift of fishing. But if you want to go out in the afternoon, still seeing those cloudy conditions, still remember 10% for those rain chances depending on where you're fishing here in North Mississippi. 56 by 8 o'clock, cooling on off towards the mid 50s by 10. And then if you're fishing at midnight, I mean, there you go. Probably a little bit too late for that planner, but definitely going to be a beautiful day tomorrow as long as you don't mind kind of a chance of a pop-up shower or two. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Pretty much just circles all across North Mississippi. This model really has no idea where the rain is going to occur, but it's giving us a chance to see some as we wrap up our Monday. going into our Monday evening overnight period, even into Tuesday. Just seeing this constant rain continue into those AM hours. Not really pausing this because we're not tracking anything out intense. There's going to be a cold front that makes its way towards North Mississippi Tuesday morning. I'm going to pause it just a little bit, see where that kind of comes in by lunchtime. And then notice another weak cold front. This isn't bringing any storms, not even bringing much rain. It's almost kind of doing the opposite. Watch this after this cold front moves on out of our area. Not really seeing much rainfall. We're starting to see a clearing take place. This goes all the way into your Tuesday evening, start of your Christmas Eve by Wednesday. So starting to see that southerly motion return, push out that cloud cover and rainfall as well. So that cold front not really going to impact us by any means, not cool us off, not bring any rainy conditions, stormy conditions. That is a good thing, but definitely wish it could cool us off just a little bit. But those high temperatures Tuesday, going to be warmer than our Monday. We can pretty much just not even know a cold front's occurring. Low 70s all across North Mississippi, 71 in Amory and Tupelo, 72 Houston and Bruce. Someone was asking me in the comments, 67 out there in Iuka, 68 Holly Springs, South Haven, 69 Tunica, Cleveland, Clarksdale, 72 out there in Greenville, Bozona, and Greenwood. Oh, I got to put out 73. I think that's our highest on this graphic. Those feels like values still doing an excellent job keeping you right there, maybe dropping you just a little bit and definitely not boosting us up, so not going to feel warm, humid, or muggy as you go about your Tuesday either. But that 7-day forecast, it's tough to look at. That warming trend really taking place here for our Christmas week. We're starting off with highs for 60 tomorrow. Enjoy them. Overnight lows around 42 degrees, the low 40s. So that's going to be the best case for our week ahead with those rain chances. You can kind of imagine a 10% for your Tuesday as those rain chances continue moving on out. But as you can tell, very uneventful for our Monday. So not really putting too much emphasis on that for our Tuesday. Then we're really seeing a dry forecast for the rest of our Christmas week. Christmas Eve, seeing 73 degrees as your high, mostly clear conditions. And talking about mid-70s for Christmas, seeing those clear sunny skies, and then keeping that dry conditions kind of continuing into your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. High of 73 for your Saturday, then dipping just a little bit. Low 60s by Sunday, so hoping that can continue to verify. But of course, we have another week to get there until we can enjoy those temperatures. Of course, to stay updated with us, to see if those do verify, you can keep up to date with us at Mississippi Live Weather. Here's the QR code for both the iOS and Android app. We appreciate all the support you've given us. Want to make sure to continue to see y'all download that, share it with your friends and family so we can continue to keep y'all updated, especially during busy seasons like this, the holiday seasons, and of course, severe weather season coming up in the spring as we're almost to 2026. So definitely getting here quick. But of course, we'll be back towards our weekday schedule tomorrow, 6:30, 7, and 7:30 in the morning with our morning meteorologist, Maggie McCauley. And then, of course, the evening as well at 5, 6, and 10. But I had another excellent weekend here with y'all. I've enjoyed every second of it. And, of course, I'll see y'all after Christmas next Saturday. So I hope all of y'all have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the week ahead. I hope we can find some fun times, even though it'll be a little bit toasty. But I know we'll all have fun here in North Mississippi. But until then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And I'll see y'all next weekend here in the Room to Room Weather Center.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
If you're a family of 4, 5,
or 6, 7,
Merry Christmas from
Mississippi Live Weather.
That was good.
I think that was the one.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, you guys didn't do it.